Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update show for Friday, November 8th, the WREXfast Club. Sorry about that, trying to push the buttons, and as you can see, I still don't know how to push the buttons yet. So in the new system and software. So how's everyone doing today on this Saturday? We are just mere hours away from our next match in the league. So we're all very excited about that. Aside for waking up at stupid o'clock in the morning to go and watch the game, which we will be doing right here, live, right here in the house. So excited about that, minus the fact that we're gonna be stupid o'clock in the morning. So anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. We're on our way to 50,001. As you know, we're 1.36 right there, and we have a great community. Also, want to give a special shout out to Patty, who was on the Two Beards podcast. I listened to that this morning with Rossi and Aid. He did a fantastic job. I listened to the whole thing, which is a lot of fun. So big shout out to them. And if you haven't listened to it yet, go check that out. They did a great. Maybe it was like 2 hours, an hour and 90 minutes. I don't know. Flew by really fast, but that was my morning. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Patty and the boys were great. On that note, Glenda Bercy is first. She's in there. Marie from STōK Cae Ras in the house. Christopher Camille is also in the house. How you doing? Also, when you get your memberships, you get your thumbnails and you get your badges, which is awesome. So cool to see everyone. Marie from STōK Cae Ras said, "We heard your tapping away." Yes, I didn't have the mute on. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm still working it out. So John Merrill's in the house. Is Barnley's Rotherham kickoff with just 15 minutes for the info? Yes, I will have that. I'll have that in the background here in a minute, but as we do this, but we'll do a quick show. We were gonna do a footy tip show, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to make that possible. I was barely able to get room to do this in here. We're having construction on the house, not that anyone cares, and there's a full group of people, so we might not be able to do the footy tip show, although the tips just came in. Ken just woke up. He said he'll take Barnsley 1-1 to Rotherham, and he said Paddy Power is going to do Barnsley 2-1 to Rotherham, and I'm going to go 3-2. 3-2 Barnsley on there, and Aaron in his tips he'll take Barnsley 2-0 over Rotherham today. So there's that one there too. I have a new badge. I believe that's Banks. Yes, it is. When you get to the third month, that is Banks. So that's what's happening there. So we got a game tomorrow. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says buckle up because it's going to be an absolute banger. A few things I want to point out there. We're going to have a bounce back game. You watch. You absolutely watch. If we don't, you're going to see some stuff happening. But I think it's going to be the bounce back game. I think they're going to come in and try to prove a point. Both teams came up last year. It's 3v4. That's huge. And I feel like, I think there's going to be goals in it. There will be goals. Like there will be blood. There will be goals in it. I don't know which way. And I'm hoping, and I'm going to say this, and as people are pissed, I'm going to piss everyone off. I'm hoping Ollie Palmer's on the bench, and I'm hoping Dad Bod starts up next to Mullen, and we get to see a little bit too. I continue to say why we need to, if he's only here for a limited time, we need to see his body of work. Yes, it's only November 8th, tomorrow's November 9th, but we need to see these guys down on the pitch because right now the dance partner for Mullen to score goals that with Palmer and Mullen together isn't quite working. Expect Scar to be back in there. Expect Macca to be back in the start. He could go unchanged 11. This is just what I would do. Josh, give him a tip. Barnes. I just gave my tip, Ken. I just gave my tip. I actually forgot what I said, so you have to go back and watch it. Make middle management in there just effing things up. Middle management effing things up. But tomorrow, I would probably expect an unchanged 11 from Parkinson. It's a big match. I think we need to come back and prove ourselves. After the last match, Dad Bod said in the interview, he was like, everyone's looking at each other and they're upset, whatever the exact words are. You can go back and watch it. But I'm hoping that it's a look within to this side, and everyone's going to challenge each other to be better. And that's what needs to happen because tomorrow they're going to come for it, and we need to be ready. But we're at home. They better be rocking. It's a 12:30 kickoff, so it'll be. I'm sure everyone's going to be there early. I believe that Welsh Checky will be there. I'm sure Matt's going to be there from Racecourse. So that place better be rocking. Matt Al will probably be there. So exciting stuff. Also, too, I might be doing the watch along alone. And if I do, this is the setup what we got looking for tomorrow. There you go. That's good. Why do I not have a camera in there? What a moron. But there. That's the setup for tomorrow. If we do that, if not, if I do have the boys in, I think Patty can only do half of it. We'll have to go back to the other way because we haven't quite figured out how to add one in. So, anyways, Ken said he's not in writing. You're disqualified. Yes, apparently I'm just disqualified. It said James Lee said we're firmly a playoff team. January could make us a championship winner. Well, let's see if you go in there. Ken wearing heavy, giving up his flip bars probably yeah. Okay, behind bars is 2-1 for that game. All right, let's get to a little bit of the news that's happening here. All right, there is Parkinson. I should move this way. Yeah, I got to move that way. That sounds right. Real Parkinson's can't wait for the top of the table clash with Mansfield Town, and I think we all can't wait for it. I think we're all very excited about it. Wrexham against Mansfield in League One is a cracking game. Yes, it's going to be a banger. Real Parkinson says that Wrexham and Mansfield deserve credit for being involved in the top of the table clash in League One so soon after clinching promotion together last year. The clubs went straight up after finishing in top 3 in the league last term and meet again at the racecourse tomorrow, with third place Reds currently 1 point ahead of Nigel Clough's Stags, who sit fourth in the table. Do not take this game lightly. Do not take this game lightly. The game selected for the live television, Sky Sports Plus, with a 12:30 p.m. kickoff. Parkinson said it's a perfect fixture for Wrexham to aim and bounce back after being knocked out the FA Cup Harrogate Town last week. Kicked in the teeth, more like it. When you lose, it hurts. It does. It hurt everybody. I don't think there is any other way to describe it, said the Reds boss, with a 1-0 first-round defeat in League Two outfit. I said, do not look back, look forward. Let's see it as a... We'll see it as a blessing. Later on, we'll see it as a blessing, which means we got to get some of these players playing. We wanted to do well in the FA Cup, but once it has happened, there's not much you can do about it to change the result. All we can do is look forward positively, move on, and get ready for league action at the weekend. What a fantastic game for us, live on television, 12:30, kickoff against our adversaries for last year who are going well and top of the table clash. Now, let me just look over here real quick. The Mansfield Town has some stats list. I'm touching buttons. Lee Gregory has scored 7 goals. Will Evans has 5 goals, and Aaron Lewis has 2. McLaughlin has 3. That's their leading scorer. Their FOTMOD rating, Lee Gregory is their best player so far. On FOTMOD, it says 7.26. So I don't do XG because it's just whatever. But, the table is where the table is. And Wycombe Wanderers are top of the league, as you can see there. And Birmingham City are in the mud in second. It's got to be a banger. And you look at, Birmingham City play Northampton Town, and Wycombe Wanderers play Wigan. So that is going to be there's a lot happening tomorrow. We got to keep an eye on those games. Definitely got to keep an eye on those games. Let me see, James, I'm going to try and join you, Josh. I'm trying to figure this out. Tomorrow might not be the best day to do that because I don't know if I'm actually going to do it with the guys. If they're coming in, and I don't know if I'm actually going to do one or the other by myself. So maybe next week, James, but let's talk about it, all right? But thank you for touching base, and we'll talk offline. Hello, everybody, says Wrexham AFC Brazil. How are you? All right, back to the article here. Let me see. I got picked for that. For this game to be classed as top of the table clash at this stage of the season is great tribute to both ourselves and Mansfield because we have both took a very strong division to a very strong division very, very well. And we have, that's why I went back to the stats. Our top scorer went down. And it's really unfortunate that happened. I feel for JM. I wish he did not, but we have to adapt and we have to move forward. And I think Parkinson and his side better be able to do that. I really do have. I don't want to rest on the laurels of like Paul Mullen will come good. I do think Paul Mullen will come good. But the more and more it goes on, I hope tomorrow is his breakout game. This is me being very positive. I hope tomorrow is his breakout game and he scores a hattie. 2 goals, 1 goal. I don't care, but just get him out of the slump. As long as you get the 3 points, but we have to start scoring goals. We have to put it in. We had 21 shots on goal against the other day against Harrogate Town. Couldn't put it in the back of the net. The only person to put it in was Mo Fall, and everyone gets on Mo Fall way too much for me. So we need him to come out of this slump. We need him to start scoring goals. We need players at all levels to score the goals. And make no mistake, this is a big game. Buckle up, baby. Buckle up. Okay. Both teams have gotten momentum for the last season. We both started the season really well, says Parkinson. We would look forward to playing Mansfield away because our rivalry with them last year. But the fact we're both in and around the top 6 is great and adds to an extra bit of spice to the game. There's going to be a bit of spice, and it's going to be a bit of spice too for me in the morning, waking up at 3:30 doing the game. So happy to do it, but I do need my sleep, so I'm sure I'll be getting up early. Goes on to say we had 3 good games, Parkinson. There we go. See, I kicked everyone out. Now they're coming in droves. I kicked out my father-in-law. Look at, there he is. Kicked him out. Kicked everyone out. So they say we had 3 good games against them last year, really competitive games, and this will be no different, adds the Reds boss. There are always tight matches against Nigel's teams, and they have got great momentum like ourselves. It will be a cracking game. I think you repeated that line, but it's only a cracking game if we show up. I think what will help us out is if they're going to come at us a little bit instead of sitting back. I think that might open the game up a little bit, but we need the big boys to step up, and I need Parkinson's evolution to happen as well too. I need Parkinson to start, I think it's time to give Dad Bod a shot. So I could be totally wrong. Middle of the park, I'm okay with the middle of the park. Whatever he does, maybe we see Matty James at some point. I don't know, but I would expect I would expect that Parkinson wants a response from this team, and I'm sure he'll get it. If he doesn't, there's gonna be a lot going. There's gonna be a lot of talk after that. Okay. Stash. Tom O'Connor is looking forward to the FA Cup bounce back game against Mansfield Town, and I think the reason why. Well, that's why Stash is on the thumbnail. But the reason why I think we're not doing well, it is Movember, and he doesn't have his stash on. So we gotta maybe there's something to that. James says, remember Barsley rather on Paramount 11:15 PT. Yes, it's on in about 4 minutes time. Okay, so this is Stash, who's had an unbelievable season. He's done that quiet 7.5 every single game. Great on the ball, good defender, good team leader as well. And I don't know about his corners, but he's one of the players that we look forward to. Tom O'Connor says the best way to get over the disappointment of being knocked out of the FA Cup is for Wrexham to continue the excellent start to the League One campaign. Yes. It was a below par performance by Wrexham, which reached the 4th round of the competition the last 2 seasons. Yes, we did, but we need to have a bounce back game. Stash goes on to say, we had our great days in the FA Cup last few years, so we're very disappointed that we are out. We know we could have played better, but these things happen. It is football. Full focus now can turn onto the league, and hopefully we can bounce back on Saturday and put things right against Mansfield Town to get back to the winning ways. Now, what I would say, if I'm like being a total asshole, it's like I wouldn't want to be in Mansfield's shoes after us coming off a loss, coming to the STōK Cae Ras and our record. So we should put a pummeling on them. I know what I'd like the score to be. I don't do my predictions until after, but we should put a pummeling on them. But this is a good team. They are rivals. They are doing well in this league. It's a very competitive league. They have good goal scorers and good defense. They got that big dude in the back. What is his name? I'll find his name real quick. Squad. I know his name. Hold on 1 second. Where is he? God damn. Aiden Flint. They got big Aiden Flint in the back. So that also says to me, this guy Aiden Flint's a good player. He's a big boy. I think he's 30. He's 35. I think he's 6'6", 6'7", something like that. He's a big dude. But which says to me that probably he still will go Palmer in the back up front. I hope he doesn't, because of their back line being so big. Okay, back to Stash here. Full focus now can turn into league. We're 3rd in the table, so we would have taken this time. We would take this at this time of the year. I agree. If you said that we were in 3rd place, awesome. Behind Birmingham City, Wycombe Wanderers, their manager's being touted to possibly going away. I think he just won Manager of the Month, so look into that. Ashley Wilson is in the house. How you doing? Good evening, everyone. Big game for us tomorrow at Cambridge. Yeah. Poku's doing very well for you guys. Very, very well. John Well, yeah, don't lose, Josh. You could be 7 points behind us, and we still have a game in hand. That's true. That is true. But again, Birmingham City are in the mud. You're in 2nd. I mean, totally in the mud. They're crashing out. So big game. Stash says, we know Mansfield quite well from last year, as they're flying high as well, said the defender, who is one of the Reds, had started all 13 matches. And I don't think he's had a bad game. I don't think he's had one bad game yet. He's one of our lack of a better word, star players. That's like, doesn't score goals, but he's just a steady Eddie, and I mean that in a positive way. Stash says they carry the momentum well, so it'll be another tough test. But hopefully we can get one over on them like we did last season at the racecourse ground, and we can keep our good form at home. And that's what needs to happen. We got punched in the mouth. This is it. Well, all we have is the league and the Joey Bag of Donuts Cup. Fine, but got to focus. If the game is tight, we are. They fired. Complete. He's fired. Unknown caller. Unknown caller. He's
a damn scam likely.
Yeah, it's scam likely. It's good. That's a good one. Where's I? He said, if the game is tight, we're level, or there's one goal in it, the crowd can suck the ball into the goal, says O'Connor. I believe that too. Definitely over the last few years, the race course has been a real fortress, but we don't take it for granted, and we shouldn't. We absolutely should not take it for granted, but they will be rocking tomorrow. We know teams are going to come here and try to stamp their authority to do their best to get something from the game. We know we have to be up for it against Mansfield Town, but hopefully with the crowd behind us, we can get it over the line. Also, we need to show up. We need to put the ball in the back of the net. We really do. And I'm picking Dad Bod. To start. Back-to-back players of the month. Poker's a good player. Hopefully you guys can hold on to him. When we go up and you guys stay in the league, Ashley, maybe we take him with us. Midfield needs to step up big time. Can't always depend on the crosses from Varney. Again, too predictable there, especially with Aiden back there. He's a big dude, so we cannot just rely on that. The one cross right there from him. All right, there is the match program for tomorrow. That's awesome. Hopefully whoever is going to the match can pick them up. This is back. The fantasy thing's back. Annoying. So go check those out. Maybe some man out can grab one of those for me. The Red Dragons are back at the STōK Cae Ras for the first home match in November as they face Mansfield Town. This to coincide with our 160th anniversary. Every match day program will take inspiration from historic programs with exclusive feature inside, looking at the history behind the cover. The cover is based on our 89-90 campaign when Brian Flynn first took charge of the club manager in his 12-year stint in the hot seat. Additionally, you can read through the CEO, Michael Williamson, and first team manager, Phil Parkinson, while they caught up with defender Louis Brunt, who had a stomach bug last week. Guy needs to get on the pitch at some point. He's a good player. 68 pages, £3.50. So go check that out. I would love one of those. Someone put one of those aside for me when you're at the game. All right, and we also had a preview in our. Here we go. Sorry with this annoying fantasy crap here. The preview was right here. Did we miss this? All right, annoying. There is the boys. That's Mendy. I don't know if he has a broken hand or whatever, and that's Big L. Sorry, that's Andy Cannon. Back to the league and back to home comforts. Wrexham will be keen to get back to what we do. Here's the details. There it is right there. 12:30 GMT. Stupid o'clock for me. How cold is it going to be tomorrow? I'm not sure. Someone can check that out. Obviously, we had the defeat at Harrogate Town. And Max got another 90, but Vartan was in for the game we were talking about there. Phil Parkinson expressed his frustration at the FA Cup game into the leader. There haven't been too many occasions during my time here, Parkinson said, when there's been an expectation for us to win and we haven't produced it. But we conceded a goal from a set play and gave the team that are notoriously good at battening down the hatches a chance to defend a lead. We put 30 crosses in the box. 30 crosses into the box, including some unbelievable balls, and we have to be better in and around the box because that's where the games are won and lost. And we did not hit the target, no shit, or find the moment of quality we needed. Actually, we did. Mo Fall did score, saying he wasn't offside. Other side of things, the Stags are in fourth. Nigel Clough is their manager. He's been shortlisted for League Two Manager of the Month. He's a good manager. He knows Parkinson's teams well. Goes on to say, we can take great heart and confidence that we'll keep working like we have and give most teams a good game. Maybe not technically, but in other ways, as Clough told the Mansfield Chad. I believe that's their paper. We know we'll be outplayed at times as sides of better players. I would never say that. But if we hang in there, hopefully we can make it difficult and maybe score at the other end. That's an interesting thing to say about your players. We know we've been outplayed at times and sides have had better players. That's wow, okay. We got them on the back, talking about their games. We got them on the back foot and played another 10 yards up. I don't care about that. Okay, great. So he just said his players suck. There you go. All right, head-to-head, we enjoyed a 2-0 win over them last season. And here's some of the milestones. Parkinson's 150th league game as manager of Wrexham. Okonku's 50th game for the league for Wrexham. And Lewis Brunt's 50th league appearance. If he starts, I'd be shocked. But big fixtures. This one right near Barnsley and Rotherham about to kick off right now. Birmingham City, Northampton Town. I'll do my tips right now. Get your pen out. Birmingham City. Birmingham City 3, Northampton 2, Bristol Rovers versus Lincoln City. Lincoln City 3, Bristol Rovers 1. Shrewsbury Town, Burton Albion 1-1 draw. Huddersfield Town, Crawley. Crawley 2-0. Charlton 2-1 over Exeter. Blackpool 1-1 draw. Peterborough United 3-1 over Cambridge. Reading 3-0 over Stevenage. Stockport County 2-2 versus Bolton Wanderers, and Wigan versus Wycombe Wanderers. I think that one's going to be a 2-1 win to Wycombe Wanderers. So there you go. There's a bunch of big games tomorrow. We will keep an eye on that for sure. All right, what else is there? But this is the look at the table for now. Wycombe, Birmingham City, Wrexham right there, only on goal, 1 point there. This is gonna be a very interesting clash right here. Look at this: Lincoln City, Bolton, Mansfield, all great teams starting to take shape. But we got to have a bounce back game, and I hope we do. Let me pull this down here. Where am I doing here? Motion capture. All right, that's just quick news and update. James Lee, how cold will it be tomorrow? I'm not sure. Josh Adam earning easy money. Where is he? Laugh out loud. Yeah, he traveled last week but did not play. Sorry, didn't even make the bench, which is really odd. Really odd. But all right. So let's do this. Let's get everyone back to their game that they're going to watch now, the Barnsley game. Check that out, and we'll catch up in the morning. So thanks ever for coming in. Smash a like on your way out, and we'll be live before the game tomorrow. Rextra time, I believe, is happening. I put it up for everyone to do that. So check that out afterwards too, and I'll do a Wrexham reaction at some point too. So big game tomorrow. Buckle up. Please start Dad Bod. Please start Dad Bod tomorrow. I think he can definitely play. James Lee says, give me Reading and the points. I got faith that the group, they're going to be the story of the season for real fans. Well, let's see. We just need to show up and win this game tomorrow. Whatever. Even if it's 1-0, I don't care. Let's see what happens. So, and on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.